Welcome back, everybody. This Week in America. Thank you for joining us on the program. For a woman with three of America's most ordinary names, Dr. Susan Smith Jones has certainly made extraordinary contributions in the fields of holistic health, anti-aging, optimum nutrition, and balanced living. For starters, she taught students, staff, and faculty at UCLA how to be healthy and fit for 30 years. Susan travels extensively internationally as a frequent radio, TV talk show guest, motivational speaker. Also the author of many books, including Living on the Lighter Side, Healthy, Happy, and Radiant at Any Age, and her two latest ones, which we will cover topics in those books on today's program, The Curative Kitchen and Lifestyle and Invest in Yourself with Exercise. You can go to Susan's website to find out how to personally get autographed copies of her book. And on today's program, we're talking about rejuvenate and revitalize your health. Now, whether it's a new season or a new month, it's always a good time to make better choices about improving your health. One of the best ways to bring wellness into your world is to decrease the level of stress you experience on a daily basis and rejuvenate your body and life. Sounds like a daunting task, but really it's very simple with these tips from Dr. Susan. With the practical suggestions, you can rejuvenate your body from head to toe, inside out. In other words, whole body, high-level wellness is now within your reach. Get out your pen, your paper, because a lot of notes to take on today's program. Rejuvenate and revitalize your health, the topic. Back with us on the program, Dr. Susan Smith Jones. Dr. Susan, welcome back to the program.
Hi, Rick. Great to be with you. And I'm going to give as many practical tips that people can incorporate in their lives today. I just love this topic we're doing today.
And it's easy to do, and you say in the very beginning, in fact, if you go to your most recent newsletter, you don't have to wait for like January 1st to start this. If you're thinking, oh, it's just a month during the year, right now is an ideal time to go ahead and revitalize and refresh. You don't have to wait till the first of the year, do you?
No, that's right. I mean, you can start today. You can start tomorrow morning. And I always suggest to make sure you build breaks into your day from sunrise to bedtime to reset and refresh. Because just as your computer can freeze up and be sluggish when you're running too many programs, your mind and spirit can get worn out from too much mental multitasking and engagement with technology. So it's okay to unplug now and then and at least press that reset button. And, I've talked about this before. But before you turn on your smartphone in the morning, welcome that blank slate, because the first 40 minutes of the day sets the tone. And during that, maybe you set your alarm 10 minutes earlier and allow for some mindful reflection. And this might sound nugatory, but make sure in the morning you make your bed. Studies actually show that making your bed will boost your happiness.
That's interesting because you're thinking, nobody's going to see it. I don't have to make the bed. But if you walk past that, you see that unmade bed, the toll it takes emotionally, you might as well take the time to go ahead and make it.
That's right.
So that's a good way to start the day is making the bed. I guess it's what brings a little neatness to the day.
It brings a little order, a little control over your life, and it shows you that you're starting your day on a positive note. And remember, those first 40 minutes establishes the tone for the day. That's another reason you want to make your bed in the morning. And then you'll follow through with more positive things throughout the day.
Again, that's the best way to start the day. We're talking about being able to rejuvenate and revitalize your health. 10 simple, surefire tips for invigorating body, mind, and spirit. We're talking about revitalizing, refreshing. Let's talk about exercise, how important that is for vitality.
Whoa, so important. Now, I write about this in my new book, Invest in Yourself with Exercise, but to maintain weight and fitness, physical activity must be a top priority. And everyone is different when it comes to the time of day that's best to exercise. Experts agree that the best time for you is simply when you can commit to it most consistently. 2,400 years ago, Pythagoras said this. I love it. Choose what is best. Habit will soon render it agreeable and easy. And now studies also show, though, that people who exercise in the morning, and I'm in that group, tend to be the most consistent in their exercise habits because the distractions of the day don't interfere with following through. And when you get it over with in the morning, you eliminate the possibility of flaking out on your cardio after a long day at work. It also helps you to earn your breakfast. But let's just say you're not bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at the thought of a 6 a.m. power walk. Then maybe at lunch, maybe you find a time to walk, or at the end of the day you work out to blow off steam after the day's frustrations and burn off some of that cortisol in your system triggered by stress. But whatever you do, you've got to find time during the day to exercise. Exercise is the bedrock of vibrant health.
You talk about the fact that we're so concerned about what we put into our bodies, what our diet is, and we'll talk about the importance of that as we go through the program today. But you also talk about a key is moving our bodies. It seems very simple, but we've got life-altering results if we do it on an ongoing basis.
Yeah, we can't. Listen, you can't be optimally and vibrantly healthy unless you keep your body moving throughout the day. Our body was not designed to be sedentary. And they say that, studies say that sitting is the new smoking. Sitting 6 hours a day is the equivalent to smoking a pack of cigarettes. So you've got to find ways just to keep moving. And also, our moms and grandmothers were right. We've got to have breakfast in the morning. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Breakfast literally means breaking the fast from the night before. And your body needs to be refueled for the tasks ahead of it. And I love this because so many studies reveal that people who eat a healthy breakfast make better food choices throughout the day and have a better handle on controlling their weight. So don't rush out the door with a cup of coffee. That will set you up for low blood sugar, that will cause you to give in to unhealthy cravings and eat more calories to compensate during the rest of the day.
You know, it's interesting
and
because...
remember, the first 40 minutes sets the tone, so have a good breakfast in the morning.
Yes, and I'm going to...
And Rick, I know before the show started we talked about smoothies. Even a quick smoothie guzzled in the car is better than no breakfast at all.
Yeah, because some people say, well, we're going to eat out later tonight, or I ate a lot last night. I'm going to save these calories and fat grams. I'm just going to skip breakfast. It doesn't work that way, does it?
Well, if you want to gain weight easily and have inferior health, then that's a good way to rationalize it. But it's better to eat more frequent, smaller meals throughout the day called grazing.
That's interesting, and we've talked about that. And you'll find a lot of this information at Dr. Susan's website, which is very simple, SusanSmithJones.com. The books, the website, well, it's like having a holistic health app. A lot of great information there. Information on the book that Susan just talked about, Invest in Yourself with Exercise. What should we eat for breakfast? You mentioned even a smoothie. So often, sometimes we think, okay, we need like the farmer's breakfast. Boy, I'm going to maybe not have lunch today. I've got like the meat, I've got the potatoes, I've got pancakes. What's the best way to start the day?
We know what you eat, don't we? Consuming some protein at breakfast gives you more staying power than sugars and starches. So maybe you have a white egg omelet or a smoothie with protein added, or even if you have oatmeal, you can add a few nuts and seeds. You can find ways to add a little bit more protein to your breakfast.
Interesting information available at our website and Dr. Susan's website. Something else that you talk about, one of the 10 surefire tips is ample water, hydration, and heat therapy. Talk about the importance of both. We hear so much about water, and bring us up to date on heat therapy, exactly how that's going to benefit us.
Yes, and you know what? I know our time is limited, and I want your listeners to know that the first 3 blogs on my website are all about the healing power of ample hydration and heat therapy, and a study I did that shows how you can lose 12 to 24 pounds in a month by upping your alkaline water, taking infrared saunas, and having a certain smoothie I give you a recipe for throughout. The only thing you eat, the smoothie, but you add it into your lifestyle. Right. Alkaline water and infrared saunas, that's the heat therapy. These help with energy, detox your body, make your skin beautiful and younger, help with weight loss, immunity, blood pressure. And you know, I don't own any stock in any company, but my Ionizer Plus machine that makes my alkaline water that I've used for 20 years in my kitchen, I also have one in my office, and my infrared saunas that I've used for almost 20 years, the company that makes these in Boulder, Colorado, for a limited time when you get both, is giving you $1,200 off. So look at my first 3 blogs, and they've never done this before, by the way.
Interesting.
But look at my first 3 blogs, and you'll get the details on all of that.
Information, and what we're talking about, if you look at the Healthy Living newsletters, which you'll subscribe to, great information there, information not shared with the general public, but a lot of good information at the website, SusanSmithJones.com, on ample water, the heat therapy that Susan was talking about. You talk as well about visualization, and especially visualizing your day ahead. Talk about how important that is to sort of mentally run through your day as you're beginning your day.
Yes. See, what's eating you is sometimes more important than what you're eating each day. And it was Einstein, Albert Einstein, who once said, your imagination is a preview of your life's coming attractions. I love that.
Yes.
And if you visualize with your mind's eye success and positive outcomes, that can help you prepare for the real thing. And decades of research back up Einstein's insightful sentiment. And what I do in the morning, it's a perfect time for me to spend a little quiet time visualizing, and I take a moment to visualize the day ahead of me, focusing on the successes I want to have, seeing them in my mind's eye, perfectly executed. And then this helps the day to go much more smoothly. And studies show, Rick, that even a minute of visualization and positive thinking can improve your mood and outlook. And it's so easy to do, because there are 3 things in life over which we have control: what we think, what we eat, and how we move, our exercise. And you're in charge of your thoughts.
As you put together a to-do list, which you might do the night before, you might do it again first thing in the morning, does that help as well? Is that beneficial in sort of the visualization? I mean, you're writing something down, but you're thinking about what you're going to do as you're writing it down.
I love that you said that, because putting your intention in writing really strengthens it and makes it more powerful. And along the same note, if you set the breakfast table the night before, or even maybe get the kids' lunches ready the night before, so that you have a little bit of extra time in the morning for you to make the perfect first 40 minutes of the day, because you don't want that to be a rushed, stressful time. You want it to be calm, peaceful, healthy, and really connecting with, whoever it might be. Maybe you connect with your spouse or your kids for breakfast, or maybe your cat or dog. But it's a chance in the morning before heading out to connect with someone. It's just a wonderful way to start the day. So the night before, it's good to put things down on paper and get a little bit more organized.
One of the tips you have is eating more fruits and veggies. How do we go about doing that? We know we should do it, but yet sometimes it's a little hard to be able to implement that.
Yes, exactly. Now, keep in mind, you're in charge of your health destiny, and nobody shoves the food down your throat. You decide what you eat, and healthy foods can put money in your health bank account. It always works that way, and a diet rich in fruits and vegetables plays a role in reducing the risk of major causes of illness and death, including cancer, heart disease, obesity, stroke, diabetes, arthritis, vision loss. And always remember, like my grandmother taught me when I was a teenager, that produce is the most important health care that your money can buy. So vibrant health starts in the kitchen by choosing the most delicious foods that also help to heal the body. And as my grandmother always said, and I've lived by this to this day, is eat real foods, not fake foods. Don't overeat, and then eat mostly plants. That will get you as healthy as possible.
And a lot of great recipes and ideas in the book, The Curative Kitchen and Lifestyle, by our guest on the program, Dr. Susan Smith-Jones. Interesting as well, the role of sleep in the part of your life where you try to revitalize and refresh. Actually, sleep can help you lose weight.
Absolutely. And you know, we've had a whole show on this before, but in a nutshell, a walnut nutshell, there's nothing more restorative for the body than getting good sleep every night. It's almost impossible to lose weight and keep it off easily and effortlessly unless you get good sleep at night. Sleep's when we reset our appetite control and our pain control. It's when our energy regroups for the day to come. So you've got to make getting good sleep non-negotiable in your life. Lack of sleep damages our emotions as much as our physical well-being. And those that get less than adequate sleep are also more at risk for depression. So make sure you get good sleep at night.
You're listening to This Week in America online at thisweekinamerica.us. Our guest on today's program is Dr. Susan Smith Jones. The topic is rejuvenation and revitalizing your health. 10 simple, surefire tips for invigorating body, mind, and spirit. We're talking about procrastination, how that really has a negative impact on our lives. How do we get the attitude right and we eliminate the procrastination?
Very good question. And there's tremendous healing power in having a positive attitude. We know that being kind, communicating with positive words, and doing today what you can put off until tomorrow. And my grandmother always used to say to me, you may remember this from when we started together decades ago,
yes,
that attitude is your mind's paintbrush. It can color anything. So you want to color your life positive. And positive, successful people, Rick, rarely procrastinate. And I always say, make your day top-heavy. Do that least desirable task on your to-do list first thing in the morning when you're generally well-rested and your energy level is up. And here's another way to look at it. Your day will get progressively easier, not the other way around. So, and I don't think that we should leave one day a year on Thanksgiving to count our blessings each and every day. Take a moment to be grateful for all you have in life. Write down what you're grateful for, because what you think about consistently brings more of the same into your life. So focusing on the positive, even during difficult, stressful times, is one easier way to the path to transforming your life for the better.
It's interesting when you turn your day around and make it, as you say, top-heavy, where you start with the things maybe you're dreading, because there's this feeling of elation when it's over with, of satisfaction. That's done. Suddenly you've got a different attitude for the rest of the day, where if you put it off, and believe me, I've gone through this, it's weighing at the back of your mind throughout the entire day, and it's impacting everything you're doing because you've got this dread that you've got to do this later in the day. So you're saying just get out of the way, deal with it.
Get it out of the way,
yep.
Absolutely.
Yep, deal with it and move on.
Yes, I totally agree.
And then you've got time for meditation, which is another tip that you have, and something as simple as breathing deeply. You don't have to go out and buy yoga clothes to go through the whole meditation thing. Just stop, stand up straight, and take a deep breath.
Absolutely. People forget to do that. See, meditation is a simple, cost-free practice that's been scientifically proven to heal the body, boost immunity, reverse aging, lift your mood from negative to positive. I learned as a teenager from my grandmother how to meditate, and I've been doing it most mornings ever since. There's no one way to do it. You simply nudge yourself to experience the present moment. Maybe you focus on your breath or nature around you, or something beautiful like a plant, and you want to breathe deeply, because breathing deeply is one of the best and quickest ways to reduce stress, burn more calories, increase creativity, release fear, bolster confidence, and supercharge your energy. In one study I read, you're going to love this, if everyone will want to meditate when I tell you this. In this study, they compared people that would meditate daily for a couple years with those of the same age that didn't meditate. And those who meditated daily, physiologically and in appearance, were 12 to 15 years younger than those that didn't meditate. So it helps lower blood pressure, soothes the gut, and makes the body less reactive to stress hormones. It's really a triple whammy. Meditation and deep breathing are salves for body, mind, and spirit.
What's not to like about that? It costs you nothing. You can do it whenever you want, and you see tangible results. So the power of meditation and breathing deeply. Dr. Susan Smith Jones, wellness consultant, author, with us on the program today. A lot of the topics we're talking about, of course, you'll find at the website, susansmithjones.com. In the two books that we're discussing on the program today, The Curative Kitchen and Lifestyle, Invest in Yourself with Exercise. And tip number 10, enjoy your life, laugh a little bit. That is very powerful, isn't it?
Yes, and there's an old Scottish saying that angels fly because they take themselves lightly. And according to researchers, laughter increases endorphins in the body that act as natural stress busters. A good belly laugh gives your heart muscle a good workout, the muscles in the heart, improves circulation, fills your lungs with oxygen-rich air, relieves pain, counteracts fear, anger, and depression, all of which are linked to illness and stress. So whatever you can do to laugh more, surround yourself with people that make you laugh. Find humorous books and articles that interest you. Go watch funny TV shows or movies. And remember to laugh at yourself once in a while when you make mistakes, because we all do that. It's a humbling experience, and it reminds you not to take yourself and life too seriously. Life is meant to be enjoyed.
A couple minutes left in the program. We've covered the 10 simple, surefire tips for invigorating body, mind, and spirit, available at Dr. Susan's website. Anything else you want to leave us with on the program?
All righty. All right. So let me think about this for a moment. Let me mention something about commitment, because it's important to have commitments, have goals for the next week, the next month, the next 6 months. And as you achieve your goals, then you can set new goals. And keep in mind that commitments are important, because when you're ready for a commitment and you want to achieve a goal, such as losing weight or getting in shape and getting healthy, you need to arrange your personal circumstances so that your lifestyle totally supports your intentions. No more excuses. So look at your daily life and how are you supporting your commitment to health. Most of us say we have a commitment to health, but we always let our excuses get in the way. You've got to be disciplined, and discipline is that ability to follow through on your resolution long after the mood has left you. And it's not that with commitment and organization and a few of these things like heat therapy and water and exercise, diet, and sleep, that you're always going to be perfectly happy. We get down once in a while. And one thing that I do, if I'm out of sorts, I look for something on my calendar significant on the horizon, whatever it might be. I know with you might look towards maybe you and your wife have dinner with some friends, and you meet at the local Mexican restaurant, and you'll get a big bowl of guacamole and chips. That
yes,
might be what you look for.
That would turn my life around. Thank you for mentioning that. That's something that I need to do. Dr. Susan is always telling me I need to get a little more avocado in my life and guacamole, and that I'm marking that down now.
So look at your calendar for significant things on the horizon, because that helps also to keep your mood up.
And actually, I look at the calendar and I see we're going to do this again next month, and already I feel a load has been lifted. I feel I have this anticipation that I will enjoy, like looking forward to Christmas. I'm looking forward to a month from now.
Exactly.
When you're back with us, our guest on the program, Dr. Susan Smith Jones, talking about Rejuvenate and Revitalize Your Health. The website is like a holistic health app. A lot of great information there. You can sign up for the Healthy Living newsletter. Information on the books that we featured. There are like nearly 32 that we featured on the program today. The Curative Kitchen and Lifestyle and Invest in Yourself with Exercise. And she also is a moonlighter, scheduling guests for this program. Because of her, we had the author, Dr. Brian Boxer Wackler, on the program talking about his new book, Perceptual Intelligence. And I thank you very much for suggesting him, another great guest on the program.
Yeah, he's wonderful. And make sure you check out my first 3 blogs at susansmithjones.com with lots of great health info and how to lose 12 to 24 pounds in a month.
And you'll find that website very simply. If you can't remember, go to our website, thisweekinamerica.us, and link on directly to Dr. Susan's website. As always, a pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us, and we look forward to having you back next month.
Thank you. See you next month. Bye.
This Week in America, online, thisweekinamerica.us, and we're back right after these messages.